Well, hello folks, how are you all doing out there today? This is the SaxaVord Sessions coming to you all the way from the SaxaVord Spaceport up in Unst. What's that? By the seaside. It's a bit foggy up here today, folks, so hopefully the internet will work all right. I don't know why the internet affects fog, but I don't know. Hello, Marge Rankin. Oh, thank you very much, Marge. Marge says, happy birthday, Peter. Aha, it's out. See, Facebook tells you everything. Thanks very much. Thanks, Betty. There we go. There's Mary joining us for Aberdeenshire as well. I'm wondering if I can show comments on here while I'm playing. I think we maybe can. When you put them in, they come up. Here is a wee set of marches to get us going today, all the way from the spaceport in Unst, with Shetland Real Gin propping us up in the background here. Thank you very much, Liz. Happy birthday to me. I kept it for Davey. He didn't get in there until about 20 minutes ago. So, but there we go. Anyway, somebody from London, Emily, in London, Emily Strang sent me a happy birthday. What are you up to today? And I said, SaxaVord Sessions, Emily. What else? Me and Davey's here, so it's good. Here's a wee set, starting off with Scotland the Brave. Scotland football team's playing Belarus tonight. All the best to you boys. Here's Scotland the Brave, Mary's Wedding, the Thistle of Scotland. And then we'll go into match of the day, and we're on the march with Ali's Army because it's a World Cup qualifier, so why not? Here we go. Have a wee Gay Gardens or something. Ha ha ha. There we go. That could make my birthday really good if Scotland do well tonight. Come on, boys. Come on. That's your birthday present to me. That was Scotland, the Brave Marys winning the Thistle of Scotland match of the day, and finishing off with Ali's Army. Mind Andy Cameron sung that. We're on the march with Ali. We're going to the Argentine. Well, it wouldn't be the Argentine this time, but as long as we get somewhere, it'll be fine. And the B-side to that one was, I want to be a punk rocker, but my mammy wouldn't let me. I always mind that. I loved that one. I used to play that. Because she would throw me out and hit me. That was the thing. She wouldn't let me. It was good. Here's Jock saying, see you on Thursday, boys. See you on Thursday. Teddy's looking forward to seeing you both at the weekend. I thought you said Thursday. Oh, well. It's maybe Jock's weekend. Nell, mind me a wee bit later on and I'll play Ian McPhail's Welcome for you. That's no bother. Here's a wee two-step for you called the Tally-Ho. Two-step Tally-Ho. away you go. That was the Tally-Ho's two-step. We fired into some jigs after that. The Murray River jig, the burnt potato or the burnt tatty. And the last one was Donald Ian Rankin by Andrew Rankin. Thank you very much for all these birthday wishes. And my darling wife says, happy birthday to my lovely husband. 70 looks good on you. Oh, so does my red shoes. But Cosby, Davies, Doug didn't like my red shoes last night. He had a bit look at them and a bit disdain. He kind of sniffed them and then walked off. He was going to pee in them, yeah. Lovely to see so many people. Hi, Jackie McDonald. That's great. This is the SaxaVord Sessions, all the way to you from SaxaVord Spaceport up in Unst, where we're getting ready for a big rocket launch in the near future, I think. It's not going to be that long away, hopefully. We don't really know, do we? We've not been told yet, but they're working on it. So that's their side. This is our side. So, good. Gloria, sorry late. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Please hit the share button, folks. Hit the share button and let the folks across the world know that we're having a good time here today. Here is a wee song that I fairly enjoy by Skippinish called Walking on the Waves. Enjoy.
An island in the sunlight, lighted in the rain, a whiskey in the darkness. It all feels just the same. Watch the sunset over Heinisch, see the twilight merge to dawn, hear the waves caress the shoreline as the island carries on. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I'm walking all the way. So I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I'm walking all the way. There's two lovers on the Martha, and they walk down to the sand. Their silhouettes are on the water as they paddle hand in hand, and it's a game of sweet Solita where there's nothing left to say, and there are moments to remember once these days are long away. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I'm walking all the way. So I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I'm walking all the way. So you look out on the ocean, see the headlines and the strands, and you wonder what horizons will shape tomorrow's plans. And through the turning of the seasons and the cycle of the day, every drink's another reason to let tomorrow sail away. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I'm walking all the way. So I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I'm walking all the ways. To the searching of the ocean and the breakers on the shore, the echoes of our bodies, to the lover's dream we saw. Oh, I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I'm walking all the way. So I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side,
There we go. Skippinish. Very big Angus MacPhail, the accordion, great character. And Archie McAllister in the fiddle. I think you met Archie once, did you? Did you not meet Archie, the fiddle player for Campbellton? I'm sure he mentioned me to you once. So great stuff there. Yep, for my birthday present today, if you could please hit the share button, that would be excellent. See if we can get as many folk. And Carden says we'll have to get you some trainers with Velcro now that you're getting old. This is the insult program, but she does say later on, love you lots, Mr. W. Love for Sonny, Grace, and Angus. Looking forward to some. Now I read this wrong because I can't see that far, and it said looking forward to some cake when you're home. I thought it said Coke when you're home. No, it's cake. That's an A there, ladies and gentlemen. That was nearly bad. That. Right. So anyway, here's a wee polka for the free Scod Margaret's polka. There we go. Margaret's Polka by Max Hillis, and it's a super wee tune, that. Here's a wee modern waltz for you this time. I don't usually play stuff like this, but I was playing it earlier on, and I thought, I've not played that for a while. So this is Moulin Rouge and Edelweiss. So you can have a wee slow waltz or a wee sing-song or whatever you want. Davey says there's a fair few chords in that one, but there's a few. It's not one you'd like to just busk. There we go. A wee modern waltz, the right bonny tunes, Moulin Rouge and Edelweiss. Just for something a wee bit different. There we go. Right, here we are. What are we going to have this time? Yes, since we're on the modern theme, here is my wee version, a wee video of me playing The Girl from Ipanema. I've actually been there. I was out with Ian McPhail's band playing in Rio de Janeiro many years ago now. We played in Brazil. We were in Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. And then we went to Montevideo in Uruguay. And then we went to Buenos Aires in Argentina and then came home. But I lost my air ticket on the way home, but I did get home. Oh, Davey was telling me Pat used to live under the, what's the proper name of it? The Espírito Santo, the big. I remember it looking down on me well when I fell in a swimming pool because I'd had too many caipirinhas. Anyway, here is The Girl from Ipanema. Enjoy. There we go, the girl for Eponina. Now, all that sounds, I recorded that just in my wee recording studio on the laptop at home. And all the sounds are out of this accordion, the saxophone, everything, the guitar, everything. So it's quite amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it, as they say. Hopefully before long, I'll have a real saxophone, because there's one in the house now, because Grace is getting saxophone lessons at school. And I heard, Pat's correcting us here, it's the statue of Christ the Redeemer, Christio Redentor, or Corcovado in Rio. I was there, but I didn't pick up all the local lingo, so it was good fun though. We were staying in the Copacabana Palace. It's very, very nice. Far too posh for us guys. Hello, Jesse, Stuart and Keith. How are you doing? Nice to see you there. Good. Keep sharing about, folks. That would be good. Nell asked earlier on for Ian McPhail's Welcome to Shetland. It's a march by Ronnie Jameson, which I will play. She said Scott Dunbar was playing it in his tractor yesterday. I did notice Scott had put one up yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. So that's what you've blown it, Nell. You've told us what he's playing. There's no surprise now. So, so that's it. But hello to Scott out in Canada. I hope you're well as well. Here is Ian McPhail's Welcome to Shetland, the Geysers March, which is one to do up Helliah. And I'm not sure yet. We'll see where it goes for there, see what happens. There we go. That was nearly, apart from my wee mistake in the first one, for Ian McPhail's Welcome to Shetland. And that was followed by the Geysers March, Flet for Flotta, and the last one was one of my own tunes called Golden something. Was it Golden Memories? No, that's Gordon Patullo's one's Golden Memories. I can't remember what that is. Golden something. Anyway, Golden Days. That was that one. Golden Days. There we go. Hello, Robin. How are you? Nice to see everybody here. Thanks, Scott. Scott says it's sounding good, and Christine likes that. So that's super, super, super stuff. Here is a wee reel for you this time called Kiss Me Quick, My Mother's Coming. You got to watch what you're saying there with that one. Followed by an Andrew Rankin tune called Kathleen's Reel, and finishing off with a Shetland tune called Spooty Scary. So here we go. Spootus, by the way, is all one word in the book. SPOOTISKERRY. Spootus Scary. Ian Burns wrote it from Tingwell. But I've seen it published in books abroad and all that. It's the spoot of scary and all this kind of stuff, but it's not Spootus Scary. Not sure what it means or where it is, but there we go. Somebody might know. Oh. there we go. Kiss Me Quick, My Mother's Coming. Kathleen's Real and Spoot of Scary to finish off with. There we go. I'm wanting to play you a wee video quickly this time. It's not quick though, because it's a slow air, and it's one that Andy Kane wrote. You all know Andy, the fiddle player. Awesome Andy Kane, as Davey calls him. And this is a wee tune that Andy wrote. He wrote a tune for an auction, and it was for a charity, and somebody bid for it. And it's called Avril's Air. So I take it, I don't know if it was Avril that bid the most, or if somebody bid the most and called it Avril's Air or whatever. But it's a lovely wee tune. And I went down to record it with him, and he said, would you play the piano and record this for the people? And I said, yep. And we got it done eventually. And then I put just some wee nice pictures on it. But this is Andy's tune called Avril's Air. It's a lovely wee fiddle tune. So enjoy. Got on video. There we go. Andy with Avril's Air. I'm actually doubting now if it was me playing the piano, but I think it was maybe somebody else that I taught at one point in time that's playing the piano.
So you're still claiming it?
So I can claim it. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful air anyway. It was the tune that matters. Right. Gloria says, Peter, a wee inquiry. Are your shoes waterproof? Do they have good soles on them? They're kind of canvassy tops, but I wouldn't paddle in the sea with them or anything like that. But they're all right as long as you don't jump in puddles too much. That's Gloria says, you know what the Andy said to me, Peter? Great to meet someone that's weer than me. Oh yeah, yeah, Andy. Somebody that's weirder than Andy. Oh, Davey is as well. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. So that was that. Here's for Christine Matheson, because I can she fair enjoys a pipe tune. So here is my favourite pipe tune of all time, The Highland Wedding. Nice West Coast style. Yeah, it's a broad tune, isn't it? The Highland Wedding, really nice. Actually, the Highland Wedding's a 6-part 2/4 pipe march, credited to, was it A. Mackay? But there's a 4-part version of that as a strathspey called Stumpy, and Neil Gow wrote that. So I wonder if the 2 parts have been added on by Mr. Mackay and then it became a pipe march. But I think Neil Gow maybe had it first, so it's quite an interesting one. That the first time I heard that was a Baroque. It's a digger outside. I wondered what that was there for a minute. There we go. So, yeah. So anyway, one of my famous favourite tunes of all time, and I'm glad Davy Sinton's done it here. This is the Lochte Boat song, and this is the one featuring Paul Anderson and Fiddle too, isn't it, Davy? Enjoy this. This is such a bonny tune. It's always been one of my favourites. Mine, Robert Black, recording it years ago and Take the Floor with his dance band, was probably the first time I'd heard it before I even realised it was a song. So, but here it is, featuring the Cumberlands this time. So enjoy. There we go. That was Davy Sinton there with Paul Anderson in the fiddle with the Loch Boat song. Nell says earphones are working well and this one. Great sounds tinkling out both ears. Stephen Hughes says a lovely haunting tune. And Marge Fair enjoyed it. Lovely. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to finish off now and go home and get some birthday cake. Sounds good to me. I'm going to finish off with an Italian tune today because everybody seems to be playing this tune, and I've been playing it for about 40 years now. And it was written about 70 years or 80 years ago, I think. But it's funny how tunes go round in fashion. And everybody's playing this tune, Bel Viso, again. And a lot of folks seem to be thinking it's some new thing. But it's not new. It's been about since 19 Canteen. And anyway, Bel Viso. I know Nell enjoys this one. See if I can get through it or not. And it's Bel Viso translates as pretty face or beautiful face. So this is dedicated to you all out there today, because I can't see yous. I can't see Andy, and you're not getting that with me. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining the SaxaVord Sessions. Here is Bel Viso. May the best man win. There you go. Bel Viso, ladies and gentlemen. With that intentional mistake, I played it a second time just to make you sure that I could do it. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. This has been the SaxaVord Sessions, all the way from the SaxaVord Spaceport in Unst, Shetland. Hopefully going to be very soon the first vertical launch in the United Kingdom. Or is it Europe? I can't mind. Is it Europe or the United Kingdom? Euro, I think. Yeah. So for Davy Sinton and myself, Eli, if you're out there, I hope you're all right. We've not seen you today. But for Davy Sinton and myself, thank you very much for joining us again, and see ya next week. Take care, folks. Cheers. Bye-bye.